Hello, people. Welcome to Coffee with the Pastors. And here we are. My name is Pastor Daniel.
Pastor Carolina.
And we are drinking coffee right here. You can see with our Central Church coffee mugs.
I had to get creative on that one because I already gave all the mugs that I done before with the logo, so this probably come off, but it's okay.
Yes.
My coffee's still hot. Very hot.
My coffee is good. My coffee is pretty good. We are actually...
It's good only because I had to put milk on your coffee so that you don't get burned.
You don't have to tell that to the people. They don't need to know.
Okay.
Alright, so we are live, or kind of live, from... it looks like the church, but we're not.
We're at home. We just wanted to make sure that we brought a little bit of the church into our home, little video thing to chat with you guys so we can all feel like we got something that we can relate to.
Yeah, so we're here in our home, and this is our couch, and so we were trying to connect with you guys today. So this is something that we're going to do so people can watch. It's a bit light, and it's not too deep into maybe what Bible we're talking about or what we're going to do a Bible class, Bible study, but it is a way to connect with us, the pastors, Central Church, and people who are out there watching too. So feel free to comment after, and we're going to do this kind of on the fly a little bit, this first issue or first edition. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know. For me, it's just coffee and let's chat, because I really want to know your stories. I already know some of your stories because we've been on the phone with you all, we're giving you calls and stuff. We have seen a couple of you, and it's crazy. It's crazy in every sense of the word. Like, there are some stories that are so touching and uplifting, and it's like, yes, God is doing awesome things, and there are some other ones that is like, no way, no, that did not just happen.
Yeah, it seems to be the COVID virus. It's serious. We don't want to take light about it, but it is bringing out some weirdness in humanity. As you can know, you probably are going to the supermarket and toilet paper is all gone.
I feel like I don't even want to mention it in the video about the whole toilet paper thing, because it's like, it's getting old. It's like, I don't know, it's that ridiculous, and it's everywhere, and we're all talking about it, and the more I think about it and I hear about it and I talk about it, the more I'm just like, why? It's a pulmonary thing. It's not diarrhea, you know. Sorry, but what are you gonna do? Stuff your nose with toilet paper? I don't know.
You can't say diarrhea.
I mean, what else do you want to call it?
It's called butt juice.
Okay. That works.
Anyways,
That
yes.
works.
Toilet paper is going off the shelves, and you know what's
It's
not?
gone.
You know what's not off the shelf? Fresh vegetables.
Yes.
You can go to the supermarket and there is no macaroni and cheese, there is no rice, there is no beans, there's no taco shells, but there is tons of organically fresh vegetables.
And even not organic, just the regular vegetables. And you know, you go through the aisles and you see everything that is in boxes is gone. It's just absolutely gone. There's nothing, no cereal, pancake mix, for goodness sake. Like
Jesus is coming. We need to have one more round of pancakes, right? But Lord forbid that Jesus is coming and we need, I don't know, some mushrooms, some kale, because the spinach, you know, these are stuff that your body needs, and maybe the financial market will go down a bit more and we have to, you know, survive. Yeah, kale.
Well,
It's what for dinner?
You know, though, maybe we should all go back to the January Daniel's fast.
Oh.
You know, vegans are gonna make it through this thing.
Vegans are like, okay, what's the big problem about this? Yeah.
You know, we are veganish, we like to say. We just enjoy any type of food, all type of food.
I've heard that we are sometimes pescatarians.
That sounds funny.
It's like Episcopalians, but just with pescos.
I don't know. I'm Nazarene.
Ooh, yes, we're Church of the Nazarene. We're a holiness people.
Eat vegetables,
Eat
people!
vegetables!
Seriously!
I don't know what's the matter, man. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah, all the veggies are still there. So if you're really like, oh my gosh, I am so hungry, I'm starving, I'm gonna die not of the virus, but because I don't have any food to eat, don't worry about it. There is vegetables. I was actually very at peace when we went to the store.
Yes.
Because just going there now on a more serious note. Seriously, just going there to the store when you are walking through, seeing all the empty shelves and just seeing people how nasty and ugly they can get at arguing for things and people concerned. We saw somebody with a washcloth, like with a towel on their face because they're nervous. They're really, really concerned. But then that nervousness of everything around you can also get to you. So, but then I was at ease when I went to the veggie section. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna die.
There's tons of fruits, there's tons of vegetables. What this is going to happen is people are going to be forced to learn to cook at home.
Yes.
And a lot of people, if there's no Maruchan, you ain't surviving. There's like there's no fideo. For those,
all the fideo is gone.
In San
people.
Antonio, fideo is a dish. If you're watching and you're not from San Antonio, fideo is a dish. And
it's a dish, yes.
It's a dish. People have recipes for fideo.
My fideo is better than your fideo. And what's fideo? In my understanding, in my very uneducated understanding, is something that comes in a box that you just open and put water on it.
It's a soup.
Yeah, it's like a pre-made on the box kind of thing. That's how we see it.
But people glamorize the fideo and they put sausages or ground beef.
Yeah.
And they make
I'm pretty sure it's good.
It's delicious.
Because I haven't tried it. When have you tried it?
I'm saying it might look delicious.
Oh, because
I've never tried it. It's not my cup of tea. It's not sushi.
No, but we have done our own version that we take something that is on the box and then we make our own thing with it, like
I just don't understand.
Ramen noodle, like
the ramen soup. Yes, soup. You got your ramen soup and you can take a simple Maruchan soup and make it super glorious. You boil an egg, you put some bok choy on it, some mushrooms, onions.
So we put all the stuff on the bottom of the plate while the mushrooms can actually be boiling with the water and the noodles, and then we put everything in the bowl, and it's really good.
And that makes a Maruchan just that much better. It's much more.
We put hard boiled egg on it and some veggies. It doesn't look like.
Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm that weird pastor that actually likes cooking. So shout outs to all the pastors who like cooking. We both love cooking, but I like taking pictures and I like making things fancy and stuff like that. So I'll take a simple dish like rice, beans, and a fried piece of cow, fried vaca for all you Cuban, vaca frita. But yeah, I can make that and I'll make it look all glorious and I'll describe it like if it was something special.
It's almost like he's describing these paintings and stuff and I'm just looking at it like, yeah, you keep on describing it. I'm enjoying my food.
Yeah, so if you follow me on Instagram, you're going to see tons of pictures that I cook and I make and I like taking pictures of it before I eat. And this is something that I like. So it's something good. So on this time we're at home and we're staying at home, cooking is one of those things. I'll be taking some pictures of the stuff that I'm cooking. And I'm actually today. What did we cook today? I did bangers and mash. It was mashed potatoes and sausage, but in England they call it bangers and mash. But the interesting thing about it is the sausage is $4. I only use 6 potatoes. In the end, it only cost me $1.95 per person, and we're 3. So yeah, it was really inexpensive. So there's ways to survive because maybe some of you are not working, you're laid off, or you're just short on cash. You just gotta adapt, and we just gotta be smart with our money, know how to handle the money and where to put it and stuff like that. God will still bless us no matter what.
God will provide. God, this Coffee with the Pastors had turned into recipes with the pastors.
Recipes with pastors.
God will definitely provide and give you creativity So keep your peace. Don't be stressed. Know that if there needs to be a miracle, God can work a miracle. If wherever there is creativity that will be needed, God will give you the wisdom for it as well. So there's no need for the people of God to be stressing with anxiety, and we are to just relax and know that this too shall pass.
This too shall pass. Yes, the word of God is always the same. Now we're going to talk probably a little bit. One of the things that we wanted to talk about was this whole aspect of, again, going back to the toilet paper thing. This whole aspect about hoarding. Yeah, it's not good. So we're going to show you a picture of what hoarding probably looks like, maybe in your area.
So here we go. This is what it looks like, right there. Look at it. You got toilet paper, more toilet paper. That's a lot of toilet paper.
Hey, that's in Costco.
Don't say that. You can't.
Oh, that's in that big store.
Yes, in that big store.
That you need a card to belong to.
Yeah, so there's toilet paper, and there's just more toilet paper and tissue, and Jesus is coming, and we must have our Bibles in one hand and toilet paper on the other hand.
Yeah. So that's what people are going through, and hoarding is one of those things that it is just not right, and we just got to talk about that.
You know, I was reading though that because this was worldwide, the toilet paper thing. This wasn't only in North America.
This was called a toilet paper Armageddon.
So it was worldwide. So it got a couple of psychologists writing about it and blogging about it and stuff. And one of the things that I read that made the most sense is that it's a sense of security. And it's like, well, yeah, you know, that's kind of obvious.
Wait, it's a sense of security?
You know, buying stuff, feeling like I am in control. So people go and buy tons and tons of things.
Okay,
because they feel that, you know, they have to be in control.
This can be a sense of security. It's like, oh, my pillow, I need it.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I need toilet paper?
Well, no, but that's what the psychologists are saying, that it's about, well, at least this, you know, guy that I was reading, that it's about the package is so big, right? Is for the price that you're paying, the size of the package is really big. So you grab this and gives you the sense of like, okay, I've accomplished something. I'm in control. So they'll get all these big packages into their carts. Like there was a lady on, like, you know, like I'm in control kind of thing. So I saw a picture that is circulating everywhere. A lady with, like, I don't know, 40 maybe, I don't know how many gallons of milk you can fit on a basket, but her entire basket was filled with gallons of milk. And I'm like, that thing has expiry date. Like, unless you're a baby cow, you're not going to be drinking all that stuff in a week.
So I guess hoarding is a control issue thing. It makes you feel like you're in power and that you're in control and that you're on top of things.
That the security comes from you. Like, you know, I am capable of providing for my family. I am going to take care of this. I am going to live through Armageddon with all this toilet paper.
But the other aspect of hoarding is it's selfish. Mm-hmm. It's very selfish, and it makes you think about just yourself and not think about other people. And this is what's happening with humanity, that they're just thinking about yourself. Like, you just think about me, and you don't think that there's other people who need it. There's enough for everybody. It's just we gotta ration it. I'm pretty sure 12 toilet paper rolls should be enough for maybe a week. So I don't need to buy like
12 for a week. How much do
you know? Some of this fideo. I'm just saying.
Unless you're okay, I can't mention any brands. So unless you're eating in certain places, you should not need 12 a week. Oh my gosh.
Yes, but hoarding makes you be very selfish. And here's a picture that's been going around online.
It is really sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad that there are seniors, there are people of age that can't get to these places like other young people can. and they're hoarding the stuff and getting stuff firsthand, 8 o'clock in the morning, getting and stuff and emptying it out, and then the seniors have to come in later and can't get it, and it's really sad.
Yeah.
And this goes against anything of principles of being human, of being kind, and being nice and being loving. And this is something that it's bringing out in people this selfishness, and I don't want to call it hoarding anymore because it's selfish. It's all about you.
I guess I can plug in a little commercial right there. So we're having virtual small groups, and the leaders of these small groups already know to monitor if there is any need among their small group for prayer and Bible study and all that. But one of the things that we want to do is that we also keep track of like family members of people that are coming to the church for those that belong to those virtual small groups, so that we can figure out a way, and we might be limited on this, right? As a church, we can't really provide all the needs, but whatever need we can help ease, then we would really love to do that. So that's what we already started to write down things and ways how we can start implementing that.
Yes. So at the end of this, we'll talk a little bit about Central Church and what you can hear about from that. But in Ecclesiastes 5:13, it says, "There is a grievous evil which I have seen under the sun, riches being hoarded by their owners to his hurt." Right. This is basically what it says. I'm going to repeat it again. It says, "There is a grievous evil which I have seen under the sun, riches being hoarded by their owner to his hurt." Ecclesiastes 5:13. This is basically it's simple. It says you're harming yourself when you're hoarding. You're harming yourself because eventually people are going to notice. People are going to see this, and they're going to see you as like, what's the matter with you?
And not only about what other people are going to be seeing or thinking, but also financially. Things are going to spoil. Let's just remember, God's people, Israel, in the desert. They were not allowed to keep the manna for next day because God will supply for them the ration of the day. And it's about that trusting in God that He will provide for us day by day. Like this came all upon us without, it's not really anybody's fault. It's not like you didn't prepare, you were being lazy, or we knew that this was coming. No, this came to everybody, quite fast. So God will take care of you.
Yeah, and it's something that, again, going contrary to human nature is you have to be unselfish. And selfishness is something we do naturally.
Generosity is learned.
Yeah, generosity is something that is learned. Generosity is something that is learned in group settings. And that's why it's really important to go to church. That's why it's really important to connect with people. Either like right now we're connecting with people. Generosity is something that it's learned. People are naturally selfish. The first words that the babies say,
Mine.
It's mine. Who taught the little kid to be selfish? It's just natural to be selfish. And so for us to be unselfish, we got to learn this. But where do we learn this stuff? And that's why it's good to go to church. That's why it's good to hang around people who are connected with God, who have a relationship with God, because these people are unselfish. And so we work in a community, we get together in a community and want to serve as a community.
We learn how to care for one another because it's not natural for us to do that as human beings. And it doesn't mean that if you go to church, all of a sudden you walk through those doors and boom, like now you're generous. No, because there can be a lot of, not very nice people in religious buildings, and it doesn't mean that going to church is going to change you, but it's good to go to church because you find that community there that you learn to love one another, to care for one another.
Yes, and so now we're going to speak to our church, Central Church. We need to learn to care for one another. now the church is not the building. The church is where you're living. We're saying, okay, I haven't gone to church, or I'm not going to church on Sunday, or I just watched this stream. That we are the church. Have you knocked on your neighbor's door and asked them how they're doing? Do you even know what your neighbor's name is? You know, so have we knocked on the neighbor's door and said, hey, you know what? Hi, my name is Daniel. We go to a church called Central Church. We just wanted to reach out on behalf of Central Church, see if you need anything, and reach out as the church, as the arm of the kingdom of God, and reaching out and being generous. You never know who might be in need. And so this is really important for us to be the church.
And I guess that's also one of the reasons, like I mentioned before, why we're having the life groups, the small, groups online by sections and by age groups and all that. So that we can have a prayer list. A lot of you have already mentioned that, so-and-so at work, or my friend or my classmate. There's people that are really going through a difficult time with anxiety, with, just being scared. And you are the church now. It's, they don't need to go on a Sunday service to hear a preaching when they can see the preaching on the way that we are behaving, as family members, as friends, as co-workers. So part of the small groups online is to know the need of your neighbors. Let's have a prayer list. Let's also see what needs we can meet as a church through our small groups.
So this is something that we're going to learn. This is something we're going to be doing. This is the little talks like this, and hopefully this has helped you in just a little break from what's going on without being too religious, let's say. But we're so happy that many of you have contacted us and say, pastors, are you guys okay? Have you enough food? And so we're so thankful to each one of the members who have called us and has asked if we're doing okay, if we're fine. And that shows generosity on your behalf, and it helps us also say, hey, you know what, these people are getting it, and we need to push forward, and that's why we're doing these videos.
I'm so proud of the congregation. Seriously, you guys are we are such a baby congregation still, really. And the way that everybody has been so caring for one another, it's really encouraging. It truly is. Sometimes as pastors, and every single pastor goes through that. You just wonder, is my work effective? Am I doing my job? And we have been very, very encouraged to see the way how Central has been caring for one another. The stories that we have heard. Last Sunday having it be our first Sunday that was online. And hearing the testimonies of how you all enjoyed having a church in your house. You actually woke up early, got ready, went to your living room, and you were having prayer there with your family. And the testimonies that came from that how spiritual that service was. It's a great experience. This is an awesome opportunity for the church.
It is an awesome opportunity. So take advantage of this opportunity to be the light in the midst of the community, to be light in the midst of darkness, to be the hope in the middle of hopelessness. And with Christ, we can do all things. And maybe you don't know how to speak to somebody. Well, Christ is going to come in and give you the courage, give you the words, give you the wisdom to say the right thing at the right time, at the right place. So thank you so much for speaking, talking, watching, many things that you do here. For maybe you have got inspired and made your own cup of coffee. For whatever it is, thank you guys so much, Joni. Please visit us on our website at sacentralchurch.com. There's a lot of things that you could get some information about there, about our online streaming, our online giving. Should we do a plug for the online giving?
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it just a little bit.
Let me see. Where is online giving?
That's offering. Yeah, I think it's that one.
All right, so our online giving. Yeah. So we're so thankful for you connecting with us.
Yeah, I guess I want to say one more thing. This is pre-recorded. We're going to post it live. But because it's our first one, We will be doing live ones depending on how this one comes out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a test.
It's a test. It's a test run. And we want to know your stories. We want to read your comments. And we want to also invite you to come in and participate virtually to pull in your, your camera on the Facebook Live.
So we're going to finish up really soon, but you can see our beautiful shirts right here, the Central shirts. If you like these shirts, do a comment on the Facebook comments. The best comment that we see there is going to get a shirt. Now, if you're from Central Church, you're not going to get a shirt, right? You're
you
not.
Probably already have one.
Yeah, you probably have one.
I still owe T-shirts to all the members.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
Yeah,
We gotta work on that.
Yeah.
But if you're new to Central Church, it's your first time watching this, and you like these shirts, we can make these shirts for you specifically. Just put something in there. Leave us a comment. Leave us a story maybe that has happened during this week. And if we like it and we choose you, we're gonna click on it, give you a message, ask for your size, and we will personally deliver it.
Yes, and for Oh no, we can't.
We can't personally deliver.
Well,
we're not going to tell you why,
figure
but
it out.
the people in the church know why we can't personally deliver. But yeah, we will. That's why.
Oh, I'll deliver it on a bike. we'll probably have a car.
You know what? Guys? Goodbye.
We'll probably have our car by next.
All right,
week.
goodbye, people.